This is Robert from the Shopsel Hub, and this is a tutorial to show you the difference between a virtual private server and a dedicated server, and also show you the traditional option of just having shared hosting. Now, to start off, a virtual private server basically means that you're getting a lot of the benefits of a dedicated server, like allocated RAM and allocated CPU usage, but you're not paying nearly as much as a dedicated server. Basically, what you're doing is splitting a dedicated server with a bunch of other people. So you'll be given an allocation of RAM, and based on how much RAM you purchase, which allows your server to do a bunch of different processes and host visitors and things like that, depending on how much you purchase, you'll also be given an equivalent amount of CPU usage, which will also allow for more visitors. Now, with dedicated hosting, it's a little different. You'll see down here there are a bunch of different options on DreamHost, which is, in my opinion, the best web host to use for this kind of thing. And they range from $99 a month all the way up to $249 a month, depending on the plan and whether you pay yearly to monthly. Now, a lot of these more advanced dedicated servers are probably not necessary, and some of the beginning ones might not even be necessary for you. It just depends on how many visitors you get. Now, generally, I've been told that with the Half Moon 4 or the Blue Moon 4, you can generally host a few thousand visitors at the same time. So if that's something that you run into, that might be a good option for you. However, I usually stick with the basic New Moon 2 plan for $99 a month, which still allows me to have several hundred visitors at the same time and several thousand uniques per day. Now you'll see over here that it says the CPU is desktop grade and not server grade, meaning that it is a little less powerful than the Half Moon 2 server grade option, but it still gets the job done. We have 2 GB of RAM and 500 GB of disk space, but we don't have a RAID. And what a RAID is basically a backup hard drive, so that everything you put on one hard drive would then be put on the second hard drive, so if the first one failed, it would be automatically restored for you. That is a benefit you may like to have, and if you would, you can simply upgrade to the Blue Moon 4, have plenty of power, and always know that your content is backed up. Now, if we go to DreamHost's Compare Hosting Products feature, which I'll put a link to in the description, you can see the difference between all three products. DreamHost Shared, which basically means you're sharing a smaller server with a lot of different people. So let's say one server went down, all of your websites would go down, rather than if one server where you had one website on went down, then only that website would go down. So DreamHost Shared starts at $8.95 a month, which is incredibly affordable if you're looking for something like that. But on the flip side, the DreamHost Virtual Private Server is only $15, which is not much more than $8.95. You'll see that that allocates your CPU resources based on RAM rather than sharing them with everyone else. And if you want to go one step further, like I said, the DreamHost Dedicated starts at $99 a month, and all three are immediate, so you can start hosting today. And that is the difference between shared, virtual private server, and dedicated hosting on DreamHost and any other provider. There's a link in the description if you'd like to sign up for DreamHost, the world's best hosting service.